Hello students, in complex analysis, today we'll see about power series, absolute and conditional convergency, radius and circle of convergency, then some examples. First we see what is power series. A series summation of a n z minus a to the power n where limit n varies from 0 to infinite is called power series about z is equal to a with the coefficient a n. Okay, so this is a power series about z is equal to a with the coefficient a n. When this a becomes 0, then the series takes the form summation a n z to the power n, which is a power series about the origin. Okay, next we see absolute convergency. The series summation of a n z to the power n is called absolutely convergent if summation of mod of a n z to the power n is convergent. If summation of a n z to the power n is convergent, that means if the sum of this original series is convergent and the sum of absolute values of the series is also convergent, then this series is called absolutely convergent. When we are talking about the absolute values, that means we are taking every term as a positive term regardless of its actual sign. For example, summation of n varies from 1 to infinite z to the power n. This series is absolutely convergent. Here an is equal to 1 because if this series is convergent, then mod of z to the power n is also convergent, right? Now next we see conditional convergency. The series summation of a n z to the power n is called conditionally convergent if summation of a n z to the power n is convergent but summation of mod of a n z to the power n is not convergent. Okay, that means the sum of series a n z to the power n is convergent, but the sum of absolute values of this series is not convergent. Then this series is called conditionally convergent. Now we see one example of it. Summation n varies from 0 to infinite minus 1 to the power n plus 1 by n z to the power n. This series is conditionally convergent because summation of minus 1 to the power n plus 1 by n into z to the power n is convergent series, but summation of mod of minus 1 to the power n plus 1 by n into z to the power n is actually a divergent series. So this series is conditionally convergent. Now next we see what is radius of convergency. For every series summation of a n z to the power n, there exists a non-negative number r such that for all the values of mod of z is less than r, the series is convergent, and for all the values of mod of z is greater than r, the series is not convergent. Then this number r is called the radius of convergency, right? If this series is convergent for all the values of mod of z is less than r but not convergent for mod of z is greater than r, then this r is called radius of convergency. But at z mod of z is equal to r, at this point the behavior of series may be complicated. Series may be convergent here, series may be divergent here, or series may be convergent at some points, but it is divergent for some other points, right? So we can't say anything about this mod of z is equal to r, right? Next, circle of convergency. If we draw a circle taking center at the origin and the radius r, then this circle is called the circle of convergency. Okay, so if we take the center at origin and radius as r, then this circle is called circle of convergency. And my circle is not right. So we can say that the series is convergent inside this circle, but it is not convergent outside this circle. Okay, and at the boundary, the behavior of series, again, it is unpredictable. It may be convergent, it may be divergent, or it may be convergent at some points but may be divergent for the other points, right? Now we see finding R. How we find R? The formula to find R, means radius of convergence, is taken from Cauchy's theorem. Here 1 by R is equal to limit n tends to infinite mod of an to the power 1 by n, or another formula is limit n tends to infinite mod of an plus 1 by an, right? So then again it is a value of 1 by r. By taking reciprocal of it, we can get the value of radius of convergency. We can use any of these two according to our question, right? Now we see some problems based on this radius of convergency. So our first problem is find radius of convergency. First problem is summation of z to the power n by n to the power n. We have to find the radius of convergency for this question. If we compare this series with summation of a n z to the power n, then here a n is equal to 1 by n to the power n. Okay, and a n plus 1 is equal to, we put n plus 1 in place of n here. So a n plus 1 will be 1 by n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. We apply the formula 1 by r is equal to limit n tends to infinite mod of a n plus 1 by a n. Or we can say r is equal to limit n tends to infinite a n by a n plus mod of a n by n plus 1. Okay, we put the values here. So limit n tends to infinite, put these values, we'll get n plus 1 to the power n plus 1 by n to the power n. We take this n plus 1 as common, so we'll get limit n tends to infinite n plus 1 into n plus 1 by n to the power n, or this can be written as limit n tends to infinite n plus 1 plus 1 by n to the power n. And see, when we apply limit on this first term, we'll get the value infinite. But when we apply limit on second term, this term, it is actually exponential series. So it will give us infinite, e. So it is equal to infinite, right? So we can say the radius of convergency is what? The radius of convergency is infinite here. It is our answer. Now we take our second question. Second question is summation of 1 plus 1 by n to the power n square into z to the power n. Now see, here a n is equal to 1 plus 1 by n to the power n square. So 1 by r is equal to limit n tends to infinite mod of a n to the power 1 by n. It is more appropriate to use this formula. Okay. So it is equal to limit n tends to infinite 1 plus 1 by n to the power n square mod of it and 1 by n, right, which gives us limit n tends to infinite 1 plus 1 by n to the power n, and again this value is equal to e, right? So what is our answer? So 1 by r is equal to e, which implies the radius of convergence is 1 by e. Okay, it is a second problem. Now next we see the third question. I am trying to take every problem of different kind. So it is a summation of minus 1 to the power n by n z minus twice of iota to the power n. Okay. Now see here, the series is in the form of summation a n z minus a to the power n, right, where a is equal to twice of iota. But so far as the radius of convergence is concerned, the formula remains same. Okay, so we need not to be confused here. So a n is equal to minus 1 to the power n by n. 1 by r is equal to limit n tends to infinite minus 1 to the power n by n mod of it and to the power 1 by n. Okay, now we know this value minus 1 to the power mod of minus 1 to the power n is what? 1. Okay, so we get here 1 by r is equal to limit n tends to infinite 1 by n to the power 1 by n. Okay, so r is equal to limit n tends to infinite n to the power 1 by n, which is equal to 1. Okay, it is a standard limit, so which is equal to 1. Or in very simple concept we can understand by in raw concept we can say, in very raw concept we can say 1 by n, and n tends to infinite, that means 1 by infinite is equal to 0, and if we put 0 as a power of any number then we'll get 1, except this form 0 to the power 0, because this form is indeterminate form. Okay, so it is a very rough concept to understand. So limit n tends to infinite n to the power 1 by n is equal to 1. So radius of convergence is 1 here. Right? Now we see the next problem, fourth problem, which is summation 2 to the power minus n by 1 plus iota n square into z to the power n. Okay, so here a n is equal to 2 to the power minus n 1 plus iota n square. So 1 by r is equal to limit n tends to infinite mod of a n to the power 1 by n. That means limit n tends to infinite mod of 2 to the power minus n divided by 1 plus iota n square to the whole to the power 1 by n. Okay, so this will give us n by 1 by n. Then we get limit n tends to infinite 2 inverse divided by mod of 1 plus iota n square to the power 1 by n. Okay, 2 inverse is 1 by 2, which is actually a constant value, so we can take it outside the limit sign. So 1 by 2 limit n tends to infinite 1 by 1 plus mod of 1 plus iota n square to the power 1 by n. This number is actually in the form of x plus iota y. And we know that mod of x plus iota y is what? It is x square plus y square. So mod of 1 plus iota n square. Here this 1 is x and n square is in place of y. It will give us square root of 1 plus n to the power 4. Okay. So we can use this concept here. So 1 by r is equal to limit n tends to infinite. 1 by 2 limit n tends to infinite. 1 by square root of 1 plus n to the power 4 and whole to the power 1 by n. Or 1 by 2 limit n tends to infinite. 1 by 1 plus n to the power 4 to the power 1 by twice of n. And again after applying limit, this value will become 1. Okay. So we'll get 1 by r is equal to 1 by 2. That means radius of convergence is 2. It is our answer. Now we take one more example from the factorial. We take one more example. Summation of factorial n by n to the power n into z to the power n, where an is equal to factorial n by n to the power n and an plus 1 is equal to factorial n plus 1 by n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. We just put n plus 1 in place of n here. Now 1 by r is limit n tends to infinite mod of an plus 1 by a n. Okay, so r is equal to limit n tends to infinite mod of an by an plus 1. Now putting the values here from here, so limit n tends to infinite mod of factorial n by n to the power n into n plus 1 to the power n plus 1 divided by factorial n plus 1. All values are positive, so we can remove this mod sign. Limit n tends to infinite factorial n by n to the power n. Now we take n plus 1 as common from the numerator here. So n plus 1 is common. The remaining part is n plus 1 to the power n. Again from the denominator we also take n plus 1 as common. Then we'll get n plus 1 into factorial n. Then this n plus 1 and factorial n and factorial n will cancel each other. So limit n tends to infinite n plus 1 by n to the power n, or we can write it limit n tends to infinite 1 plus 1 by n to the power n, which is actually e. E is what here? We take exponential series e to the power x when this x is equal to 1. Okay. Then this e to the power x becomes e. Right? So radius of convergence is e here. Okay. So I hope this lecture was useful for you. Please like, subscribe and share. And if you have some query or problem regarding the topic or regarding the subject, you can write in comment box. Thank you.